This is the Moondrop Variations. This is an older IEM. When I say older, I think it came out like last year or something like that. And so it's not really, you know, it's just not new. It's not a new and exciting model that just came out, but it's been around for a while, and some people love it. Some people like it. I haven't heard anyone that hates it. I'm sure there's some people that will probably say that, but I wanted to make a video because for those of you who have watched my channel and who have the same kind of hearing I do, let's say, right? Because we can throw graphs at you all day long, but the graph doesn't really mean anything unless you've heard it, because graphs will say one thing and your ears will say another. I mean, within reason, right? So, for instance, if the graph says there's no bass, well, then there's probably no bass, you know what I mean? But if it's there, but it can't tell you the quality of it, how it's going to sound to you. Everyone's hearing is slightly different. So, as I've said before, when you're looking at reviewers, it's good when a reviewer, I think, uses a song to describe things and talk about the things they hear, because then you can listen to that same song and say, do I hear that? And does it sound that same way to me? You know? And that's a good way to judge if you've got a reviewer who is kind of in line with you. So these Moondrop Variations, so let's just start with some builds up. I'm not going to unbox. I've got the box there. There's a ton of those unboxing videos for these things. I like the cable. It's a little tangly for me, but I do like it. It works great, no problems. It's light. Seems pretty well made. I do like how the end here pops off, right? And you can change this to whatever kind you want. And when I say whatever kind you want, I mean one of three options, right? Which is 3.5, 2.5 balanced, 4.4 balanced. And you get the nice dice cup, right? You can play dice with this if you want. Anyway, I actually like this case a lot. They fit really well in there. This fits in like my jacket pocket real nice, or in my backpack bag, laptop bag, I'm sorry. And it's well protected. It's nice and soft inside. Kind of snaps shut, so it's all good. I like this case a lot. I have switched around between the different connectors, and between 3.5 and the other two balance, no difference at all. Sounds the same. So let's get to the variations. That's like up close there, which I'm sure, there's other videos that show all this stuff too. These fit really well, super comfortable. I can lay down, like sometimes I like to listen to music while I'm laying down, and I can roll over my head on the pillow, and these are still pretty comfortable. You might notice the tips I have are the tips that I got from the, what is it? The KZ ZNAs. That's right, the KZ ZNAs. I told you I'd swap the tips out in that video for these because they just fit good and sounds great. It's nothing blocking it. Now, why was I so impressed with these? So I've got the Monarchs, the older Monarchs, FiiO Audio Monarchs. I think I paid almost $700 for those or something like that, $750. I've got the Kinera Nanas, they're about $1,000 for the Kinera Nanas. I got the version 2. And if we go into the same price range, I've got the Fearless S8Zs, which I also really like. Now, out of all the ones I just talked about, the Kinera Nana, the FiiO Audio Monarch, the Fearless Audio, between the Kinera Nana and this, it's a little bit close because I love both of them. I think I like these better. And the primary reason, look, so these can be a tad bit bright for some people, and you may have to EQ that down a little bit. But the treble on these is incredible. It's smooth. It's so resolving and detailed. The upper mid bass is very good. The bass is very good. So as far as these compared to the Fearless, that's where these beat the Fearless for sure. The bass on these is way better than the Fearless. The Fearless is good, but it's not something that's bassy for sure, right? It's all BA. On the Monarch, this is just way more fun. The Monarch is, I like the Monarch. It has all the qualities of a great IEM. It's just very flat, and I don't grab it very often. I don't get a lot of enjoyment using it. I use it now just to compare it against other things. The Nanas, on the other hand, I get a lot of enjoyment out of those. They have a sound signature that really makes me just want to keep listening to music, play through an album. I kind of forget that I'm listening or testing. I'm just enjoying it so much. That's what happened with these. I just enjoyed the music so much that I just kept right on listening through whole albums. I would sit there for like, I've gone through 2 hours straight, just gone through 2 or 3 albums, listening to music, and I have to like stop because, you know, I've got a family and a job and everything else, and I can't spend my whole day listening to music. It just doesn't work for me. But when I have time to listen to it, I want to spend that time with quality equipment that really gives me what I'm looking for. These deliver it 100%. Now, I've got 2 devices here, which is the Channeling M6 Pro and the new FiiO BTR7. Now, why do I have these here? Because these pair super well with this BTR7. In fact, the timbre, and that is the realistic effect that I got from listening to these, the Moondrops, which is one of the reasons I love them so much, is that the music sounded so incredibly real. When I was listening to Diana Krall, when she would get on the piano in, I can't remember the name of the song now, but it's off the This Dream of You album. There's a section there where she's playing piano, and it's like I'm sitting there in the same room with her. I can hear her fingers hitting those keys, her feet pushing on the pedals, the key dropping down and striking the chord in the piano. I mean, I can hear it. It's incredible how realistic it is. On some Miles Davis songs, the trumpet was phenomenal. I can hear in the background, I can't remember what it's called now. It's the wire brush they use on a snare, and they kind of scraped along the top to get that shh, 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 shh kind of sound. It's like I could hear every single bristle in that thing. And you might say that sometimes that kind of detail is too much and it's not comfortable to listen to for long. But with these, I got all that detail, but it was smooth enough that I never felt fatigued at all listening to these. I just kept on. I had to pull myself away almost all the time. I still do. I listen to these almost every day now. But what I found is on the M6 Pro pairs beautiful with these, and I love the M6 Pro. It's my only DAP that I use now. It's just something about it. It's not like it's so much better than all the rest, but there's something extra about it in the sound that works for me that I really, really enjoy. I hate to use the word musical, but because it's such a hard to define thing, but that's how it feels to me. It feels musical to me, like how music should sound, I guess. Something like that. But this BTR7 and connected over Bluetooth, that's the amazing thing. I'm not talking about it was USB to this. Connected over Bluetooth, the BTR7 in its nice little case that it comes with, that's where the realism and timbre of these Moondrop Variations stood out incredible. This is my go-to device now, this BTR7. And the thing is, it almost doesn't matter what I connect to it. I can connect my iPhone to it. I can connect my M6 Pro to it. I can connect the aptX80 copper, whatever this is, red edition or something. I can connect any of these to it, and the sound is phenomenal. So it kind of frees me up. Now, this isn't a review about that. I just wanted you to know how well it paired with that. Rock and roll, heavy metal, Led Zeppelin, Van Halen, stuff I like from a long time ago. Black Sabbath, all of it sounded just fantastic on these because, again, the bass on these is very solid, very clean. The mid bass stands out, but it's not too much. Female vocals and male vocals, but especially female vocals, just are so smooth and fluid on these. Again, the realism is just incredible. So for me, these Moondrop Variations, I paid like $520 or $530, I think $520 for them. For me, they are worth every single penny of that money, because I've got way more expensive stuff that does not give me the same feeling that I get from these. It just doesn't. These are incredible IEMs for me and for my listening taste. And you can review some music that I listen to on other videos, and you can kind of see if mine and yours tastes align, right? If our brains and our ears are figuring out the same thing. The variations, like I said, the bass, they have the dual ESTs in them. The EST sometimes in IEMs will be a little sibilant or a little too crunchy, a little too much. I don't get that crunchiness at all with these. I get just a very smooth, clean upper end. Again, it's so dramatically realistic for me that I'm like just sitting there in my chair with just like smiling, listening to these. I forget what it is I'm doing. I tried to like review these and I was like, wait, I was taking notes and I forgot all about it. And I was just so happy with the way the sound was. So I know I'm gushing. Look, I don't know Moondrop Variations. They didn't send me these. I paid for them with my own money. These are definitely, could be end gamers for me in some respect. If I was going to be one of those people that says, I just want one thing and then stop, I could buy these with this BTR7, and that could be kind of an end game solution for a lot of people. I'm going to say 90% of us, 90% of the people out there who aren't like crazy audiophiles like some of us, this would be a total end game for them, and they'd be happy with it, right? So, because look at it, what is this? I think this is $160 or something like that. And this is $530. So for $600-700, you've got something that I, listen to things that are $2,500 and they don't sound as good as this. They just don't sound anywhere near as good as this. So, yeah, these, if you're worried at all, if you're thinking about buying these, or if you're looking for something that you haven't tried yet that gives you that extra bit, and you're one of those people that likes to spend money on this stuff, these Variations are an incredible buy for you. So they really are. Like I said, compete with things well up in the $1,000 range and way over that. So I guess that's enough of me rambling about these things. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope I gave you some information that helps.